We put power in words. Now, it's not to say like someone call you the N word and they mean it in like a hateful way, and they just like the hate and the power that they put behind that word. But then, like I said, it's the power that we put in these words. These words are just words. I thought it was very interesting that a lot of people was defending Will Smith, like, yeah, he's defending his wife's honor and all that stuff, so it's okay for him to then slap a comedian because he made some jokes about his wife. And I'm like, that's what comedians do. They're gonna joke about everybody in the audience. Money that we take and put into the foundation of Black Lives Matter is being used into their own pockets. The founders, the co-owners and stuff, the people at the very top. If your person isn't doing certain things and you find somebody that is, that's typically why people cheat. What's up, YouTube? It's your boy. If you don't get it, we innuendo, but if you with it, when it's finished, in the innuendo, man, let's go. Look, back at it like a bad habit, another video for you guys. We're gonna get started with this kind of video. This is from Playback. Brett Favre is a certified scumbag for scamming from the homeless. Let's get it in, see what's going on with this.
This former NFL star has a history of leaked text messages, and this week, another one was released. Brett Favre, Hall of Fame quarterback, isn't a fake guru, but it's alleged he was a participant in a massive fraud scheme. This is a guy who made $137 million in salary alone while playing in the NFL. He's also had...
And I heard about this guy. Eminem said something about him in one of his songs, but we guys got to understand, in certain situations, these people who we want to say are famous, they're regular people. But in some situations, because there's a lot I'm going to talk about on this channel, especially different scam type of techniques, which is funny how this is talking about scamming. But there's so many different situations that people fall for because they're either desperate or they think it's the real person, or they fall for the real person not realizing that that person just scammed them out of like whatever. Like, they got money. They don't need your money. Let them do something for themselves. They want to gather the community and be like, everybody donate to this situation or donate to that or do this, do that for the. And then you kind of find out like it just went into their pockets. Like when I checked out the Black Lives Matter situation, and the owners of the Black Lives Matter were spending the money that we were sending, thinking it was going to be used in development to help progress us, was used for them to get mansions and other luxurious cars. So that was kind of interesting. Like it's a lot to talk about, man. But it's a lot of scamming going on. You'd be aware of it.
Had national sponsorships, which could have easily put his total income around $200 million total over his lifetime. Why is Brett Favre in the news again at the age of 52? Because incriminating text messages were presented in court the other day. Back in May, this
Bro, he's 52? Yo. I seen him in person. He looks 70.
Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah.
Bro, football, wow.
PR article titled Mississippi Sues Brett Favre and 3 Wrestlers Over Welfare Misspending was released. A wealthy former NFL star who's a hero in the state of Mississippi, stealing from government funds that were supposed to go to the state's poverty-stricken residents, has created a media firestorm in the sports world.
Well, my first reaction is that Brett Favre looks sleazy as hell. This is one of the more egregious things that you could possibly fathom.
In April, mother-son pled guilty in Mississippi welfare misspending. This is Nancy New, who ran a private education company in Mississippi along with her son Zachary. A lawsuit followed alleging the defendant squandered more than $20 million in money from a government anti-poverty program.
They used that assistance and kind of like rerouted it, so to speak, so it can kind of go. It wasn't used for what it was supposed to be used for. If that makes any sense.
Their education company definitely...
Bro, 20.
Yo, do niggas not have souls?
Y'all
Where did
stealing
y'all
from
souls
the poor?
go? And they went
Come
missing.
on. Y'all stealing from the poor. I don't know if you noticed that Mississippi is actually the poorest state in the country.
I could have guessed that. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, they could have had more money in there, but they keep stealing that shit, bro.
Yo, where did the people's souls go? How the fuck you steal from the anti-poverty fund?
Bro, Jesus.
Yo, you're like, nah, that was...
Yeah. The obviously, the whole situation, that whole program is supposed to get people not to be in poverty. So when you steal from that, something that's trying to get people out of debt, out of poverty, something supposed to benefit. What the hell? That's why I need to start just putting my phone on airplane mode or something. Yeah, do not disturb. tired of people just randomly calling me for no reason. But yeah, like, you get that whole situation, you're thinking like, okay, it's used for this, but then you got people literally within that system taken away from who really needs it.
Those niggas need poverty.
Yeah.
Let me help them out.
I'm tired of these niggas trying to get out of poverty, man.
Yeah, let's
Fuck.
keep them in there.
I need that. I need them 20 M's.
And the
man.
families are like, we just need $100. And Brett Favre was like, hold on, let me build this building real
nigga,
quick.
No.
I'm working on a building,
And
nigga.
I need a building, nigga.
If you have my name on it, you better wait.
Taught the residents of Mississippi how to get rich and commit fraud.
In court documents and audit reports, the state alleges that the head of Mississippi's welfare agency squandered more than $70 million intended for children in poverty.
Nancy and
That is a lot of money. Okay. $70 million. That's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of everybody is just like, we're waiting for things to get better and stuff like that. We're like, okay, we donate to like different stuff. The money's gathered and everything. And a lot of times we be wondering like why stuff hasn't changed. This is why. It's multiple reasons why, but this is why. This is one of the reasons. Sometimes there's more legit reasons, but this is one of the reasons why stuff doesn't change. We got people like this to do stuff like this. And it flies under the radar until we know about it and it's said, and you're like, oh, okay. So that's what happens to the money that was supposed to help benefit our country or poor people in this kind of location, help poverty and all that stuff. It's crazy.
Zachary agreed.
With children. Yo, this is getting worse.
It's
For
worse.
the children?
How does a number keep skyrocketing?
Man,
Yo,
fuck.
damn,
Not the
bro.
children.
Yo, the government is fucked, bro. Bro, 70 M's.
You know what's crazy?
Bro, what the fuck are we?
If I assault a child,
Yes.
how much time am I doing, bro? Probably
At least-
some good
at
time.
least 20 years.
Right?
Yeah.
Now, if I defraud $70 million from children, I'm doing 6 months and I'm out early on good behavior, bro. This shit is crazy.
Bro, y'all are crazy.
Bro, these rules are fucked.
Jesus.
Take $70 million from
70 million is crazy.
from kids in poverty,
Jeez.
but I'm good.
And they knew it too. They were like, man, too bad little Jimmy ain't gonna have another Christmas, boy. Damn, boy.
That is, yo, I can't get over
I
how
can't get over
crazy
it.
that
That's
is.
crazy. That's criminal, bro.
Niggas-
That is absurd.
Bro, you know what?
You know how greedy you had to be? Because after the first meal, you were like, I need 69
This-
more, bro.
We should keep going.
We should keep going.
Senator Shad White has called Mississippi's largest public corruption case in the past 2 decades. A mother and son screwing their former partner is very fitting for Mississippi, considering it aligns perfectly with the state's adult video search trends. This is Ted Tobias Sr., another defendant in the lawsuit. Ted Tobias Sr. was known as the $1 Million Man while wrestling. He is a Christian evangelist and motivational speaker, and he ran Heart of David Ministries, Inc., which received $1.7 million in welfare grant money in 2017 and 2018 for mentorship, marketing, and other services, according to the lawsuit. A religious evangelist...
Nigga, I hated that guy. I always hated him in the WWE. Ted DiBiase?
No, that's his father, though.
Oh.
Yeah.
But probably the same thing.
Literally named this $1 Million Man, too, boy. These niggas is
They got the
crazy.
same nickname or something?
I guess. I don't know.
evangelist involved in fraud. You cannot convince me that's true. They have the highest moral fiber in society. They were hand-selected by a mysterious man to uphold the highest standard of the law. Just kidding. I was as shocked to see this as I was when Leo DiCaprio came out as being straight. This is Shad White, the state auditor of Mississippi. White last year demanded repayment of $77 million of misspent welfare funds from several people and groups, including $1.1 million paid to Favre, who lives in Mississippi. It's alleged, by me, that Favre took money from the state because he's still upset that he can't spell Mississippi. If you need proof, he even spelled his last name incorrectly. Brett Favre was allegedly paid $1.1 million for speeches from the welfare fund. If a coach wanted Brett to teach his young quarterbacks how to split a cover 4 defense by audibling the X and Z receivers to a corner and slant route, then he's the guy to give a speech. But what is Favre going to talk about for $1 million? It turns out, he never even had to show up. White said Favre was paid for speeches but did not show up. Favre has repaid the money, but White said in October that Favre still owed $228,000 in interest. He's trying to play innocent and the good guy who returned the money because he claims he didn't know the source of the funds. Dude, if you got paid over $1 million to give speeches and you never gave a speech over a 5-year period, you aren't fooling me.
Tens of millions of dollars on items like hiring retired pro wrestlers, first-class air travel, a horse ranch, and $5 million to build this women's volleyball facility.
That's where the money went to. That's where the money goes to. People probably looking like, oh, that's a good thing. Yeah. Look, no, it's for take the money from homeless people, and you're building not even a youth center, but just a huge skyscraper building to play volleyball. Okay.
at the University of Southern Mississippi.
Many people
Bro,
are
y'all
Nigga,
niggas
shut
is...
the fuck
Yo,
up.
first of all, that looks like a coliseum.
What does that have to do with kids?
B, the fact that y'all took money to build a women's volleyball, bro, what are we doing right now, bro? And y'all took it from the people who need it the most,
Why do
bro.
women need their own volleyball building?
Especially to that degree. Why
In
is it $5 million
Yeah, bro.
in Mississippi at that, bro?
There's
Crazy. Insane.
involved in this scheme, but a big reason why this story has reached national news so quickly is because of Brett Favre's participation in allegedly using welfare money to fund the volleyball facility. This is a dude who has made upwards of $200 million collectively throughout his career, and he was using welfare money to fund a self-interest project? Text messages entered Monday into the state's ongoing civil lawsuit over the welfare scandal reveal that former Governor Phil Bryant pushed to make NFL legend Brett Favre's volleyball idea a reality. Through text messages found by Mississippi Today's reporting, the project's plans began in 2017. Favre and the various participants schemed up a plan to distribute funds in such a way that the state likely wouldn't find out and the volleyball facility could be funded with money that should have been used for welfare.
Wow. It's kind of, in that aspect, it's kind of like, first of all, they're trying to do it under the radar. Secondly, a lot of this stuff can be a tax write-off if you don't know. When you do certain things in a certain kind of way, you write it off as like a tax write-off and you get paid back for that, depending on what it is. Now, in this aspect, they could have easily like manipulated the money and act like, oh yeah, no, we used the money for this, and then where the money really went to was in this aspect, and not even having anybody know. Or just simply like gaining that money back through the welfare money after you spend your own money. It's different methods to how people can do stuff and like try to manipulate the system and to thinking like, yeah, we're good people, and especially literally trying to hide it under the government and stuff and act like everything is all fine and we're using this money for good purposes and stuff. And they try to, even in these scenarios, they try to claim like, oh yeah, the money, yeah, no, we used it for this. But even if you say that or whatever, they try to say like it was justified, and it's not. It's not even a little bit.
For those not aware, Mississippi is the poorest U.S. state with 18.8% of its residents living in poverty. Needless to say, the $77 million allegedly...
Nigga. Brett Favre, y'all niggas are a piece of shit, bro. Almost 20% of the residents are in poverty, and you're taking money from them?
Yeah.
People don't care. It don't matter how famous they are. It don't matter who they are. This scumbags hide. That's why they say people hide behind masks and stuff. Like, you never know who a person truly is, and they just come out of the corner. You're like, yo, aren't you? And then you find out later that it's like they had all this other like either dark past or like this person did this, that, and the third, and you just like you don't look at them the same no more. But so many people, especially people who like you don't hear about this stuff until it happens, you never would have thought they would have did it. Now you look like this dude is insane.
could have been put to a little better use by providing its residents with clean water and a decent lifestyle.
How is Brett Favre getting money that's supposed to get kids out of poverty?
It's a mystery to us. Here we had tens of millions of dollars sent by the country to do the thing that we need done the most, and it was squandered.
Favre claimed his innocence throughout all of the media reports, but the text messages recently brought to the public indicate a different story. This is a text exchange between Favre and Nancy New, where Favre asks if money paid and the amount from New would ever be exposed by the media. Nancy then mentions that Governor Bryant is on board with their scheme, which provided Favre a level of excitement last felt around NFL locker room reporters. This is a text sent from Governor Bryant indicating that he wanted to help Favre with the funding for the volleyball project. The main issue is the welfare program called Temporary Assistance for Needy Families, TANF, prohibits the use of funds for brick or mortar or the construction of buildings. Favre's daughter played volleyball at the University of Southern Mississippi, which many speculate is why he wanted the improved facilities.
Wow. And then oh my gosh, he took his headphones off. But yeah, see, and then you got to think too, like, with that whole text messaging, like people going back and forth, whatever, most of the time that stuff can fly under the radar for a good while until somebody just randomly, like some random person who isn't a part of that whole, like, scheme comes up and thinks like, whatever happened to, and they try to do like research or they figure stuff out, and then they kind of report the stuff to like some authority or whatever, and when they do, like when they check back and they look back into it, they're like, yo, what the heck?
cops or other people get involved, and the next thing you know, you got a whole scandalous scheme. Or, like, people can find a way to get information out, man. It's crazy.
And so that's what y'all wanted to do, bro. Man, yes, bro, you're a fucking piece of shit, nigga. You're a piece of shit. All these other people are pieces of shit.
They're good too.
The people who are involved with the whole situation. Y'all a piece of shit. Brett Favre, you're a piece of shit. And the fact that, like, this is what the result of it was, this is, like, such a miscellaneous, like, thing to do. Like, you know?
I'm kind of getting, like, every time you cut on the news, you always hear something. It's always some crazy scenario or somebody doing this, somebody doing that, or whatever, and you're like sitting there thinking like, okay, you can't even sit there and say like, what's the harm in that? Because at this point, everything is just harmful. For people who don't got money, and a lot of times these like whole organizations will like ask people to like donate for this cost or whatever, but they won't put their own money in. And sometimes they won't. Sometimes they will, but sometimes they won't. So they get money from you guys and have you thinking like, yeah, it's money to help support this or stop people from being out on the street or this, that, and the third or whatever. And you think, okay, cool, because I don't want people to like. It's manipulation. It's manipulation. At the end of the day, then when they take it and you don't even realize why places are still in bad condition like they are to today, and then you finally hear on the news in the future, like, yo, what? That's why? Yo, it's crazy. It's a like, comment, and subscribe. Share with your friends and put in videos out every single week. Pretty much every single day. We are on the road to 100 on the Conversation channel. Road to 100. Let's get it in. I think we're 7 subs on this channel, man. Let's go. Appreciate you guys. I love you. Stay blessed. No stress. Let God take care of the rest. I'll see you guys in the next, man. Be safe out here and be careful, man. Like, it's a crazy world, man. I see you. Peace out.
Hey man, take a fucking hike.
In your window.
Man, just
Okay,
take
wait,
a fucking hike.
Let's go. Hey yo, tell these people take a hike, but I'm not talking about hiking. Hiking, you can get lost when you're hiking. No man, follow the stars, that's who I be. Low key, I'm a god like Thor's brother. I'm the highest of the high kings. When my girl see me, she always gonna be greeting me instead of calling me bear. She like hiking.